Yo, what's going on, you all? Welcome back to my channel. So my last video I talked about how me and my wife got started with our trucking company, and I kind of wanted to go back to that a little bit just to go further in detail about the things that we've experienced during this whole process, kind of give you guys more an enlightenment of where we were before and where we are now. I just knew that I really wanted to start a trucking company because that was just my passion. Trucking was my passion. And my wife was just, she's on board. She was on board. She was happy that, we were going to start this company. So she was excited. I did do some research, but it wasn't in depth as it should have been. But I still have no regrets. Let me just say that. Our first truck, it was a 16-foot box truck, and I didn't know at the time that it wasn't big enough. It wasn't going to be the right size for the loads that were going to make the most money. So when I ended up getting the truck, the guy didn't tell me it was a good truck and I was going to be able to use it. I was going to make a lot of money, this and that. So yeah, I didn't know, and he knew I didn't know, so he just sold it to me. So I ended up getting a truck, realizing it wasn't big enough, but I did find a route with FedEx during peak season, which was around the holidays. So yeah, I was doing local routes for FedEx at the time with my 16-foot, and that only lasted during peak season. Once peak season was over with, that was pretty much over with. So I had no other use for the truck, I could have found like loads for Sprinter vans and stuff like that, but I just wasn't interested in that. Like, I knew I wanted to do something much bigger, and that's when I got into renting trucks. So I started renting trucks for Penske first, and I really didn't like their prices. Their prices was really expensive, and then I ended up going with Enterprise. Now, Enterprise was maybe a little bit cheaper than Penske, but I was being robbed pretty much by Enterprise. And I'm not even joking. So yeah, their prices was horrible. Enterprise was charging me $7,200 a month. Ended up giving me a 2022 truck. It was brand new. So that was, for me, it felt like I was literally paying their truck off. I was paying, I don't know how that works, but I was gonna end up, if I would have kept that truck, I was gonna end up paying that truck off. And that wasn't my goal. That wasn't ideal for me because I'm renting from you guys. My goal is to get my own truck, but I'm here paying off you guys' truck and giving you all my profit. And at the end of the day, once I'm done paying for my personal expenses, once I'm done paying for you guys' truck, I'm left with nothing. So that didn't work out for me. That didn't work out for me. That didn't work out for my family. It didn't work out for our company. So I just kind of decided I was done with renting. It wasn't for me. If you're gonna rent a truck, you might as well work a 9 to 5 for somebody else, because that's what it felt like. I felt like I was working for Enterprise. I had to make sure I had their money, or else I wasn't going to be able to drive their truck. So in a sense, to me, that was working for Enterprise. So yeah, I was done with that. So we ended up getting a truck of our own. We now have our own 26-foot truck. We don't have to worry about payments because the truck is paid for. So that's a blessing. And we are grateful for all of the support that we've been getting, and the people that's been behind us and just wanted to see us do great. And that has played a big part in the bigger things that we're doing now with the company. So I'm just grateful to have the capability of being able to drive and make the money that I'm now able to make, and not have to worry about paying someone to use their truck. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at right now. We're in our own truck, no longer renting. So that's great. And I'm going to post a clip on what the truck looks like on the outside. and I'm going to show you guys right now what it looks like on the inside. It's pretty much just your typical 26-foot box truck. When I got it, which I just got it like last week, it had, no, actually I got the truck this week. It had 160,000 miles on it, and yeah, pretty much. This is passenger side. Got my sleeping bag. I usually have a pillow. My suitcase luggage is underneath the seat. Got my cooler over there. I got my tablet right here, just in case I want to like listen to some music or watch some Netflix or whatever. It's my son and my wife. I got my Keep Trucking ELD that keeps track of my driving or whatever. I was writing everything down on a log, but I got tired of writing everything down every time I stopped. So this is much easier for me to keep track of everything, to stay in compliance and stuff like that. So I thought that was cool to add. And then I got my trucking GPS that helps out. I normally use my phone most of the time, but when I'm like in the city around neighborhoods and stuff, I like to use this because it helps me stay away from those low bridges and just make sure that my truck is able to go down those streets or roads or whatever. So that's important to have. And then I got my camera right there that I put up, my dash cam. I also have a reverse cam. I haven't installed that yet. I'm thinking about putting that on the inside of the box so I can see when they're loading me, instead of putting it on the end of the truck for a reverse camera, because I really don't need a reverse camera because I can see. I can back up without needing to see. So I think for me it's more important to see what's happening inside the truck when they're loading me. But yeah, that's pretty much the inside. Driver side. This is our first truck. We're gonna get our second truck in June, and more than likely that one's gonna have a sleeper in it, because that's the one I'm probably gonna be using over the road. This one I'm gonna find another driver for, but the one with the sleeper, that's the one I'm gonna be taking over the road. I'm gonna be driving that one. And then eventually we're gonna get our third truck, and then we're gonna get a driver for that second truck, and so forth and so on. I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said before, subscribe, comment, whether it's positive, negative, I don't care. I'm not one of those people that's gonna be like, well, if you got something negative to say, don't say nothing. People gonna say what they're gonna say. They're gonna have their own opinions. At the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. If you leave a negative comment, I might still, take what you're saying into consideration. Who knows? But either way, I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the comments. Leave them down at the bottom. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
looks good.